There's a story of a guy who just happened to be hiding in the quantum realm when Thanos snapped his fingers. Come hear about his incredible adventure. In there, 5 years felt like only 5 hours. He thought maybe he could use the quantum realm for a little time travel to snag the gems before with that tech. Only one person could pull it off. So the team decided to go find that long-lost genius. Meet Tony, busy saving pennies with Pepper, when a rockstar dad arrives. Not interested. Without Tony's help, they had to look for another genius, and found the towering Dr. Banner. He's a muscle brain. The captain's request wasn't exactly Banner's specialty. After some convincing, the superhero decided to give it a shot. They planned to send Scott back a week and bring him back. But this experiment was about as smooth as pancake flipping. What they brought back were old Scott, elementary Scott, and baby Scott until someone hit the reset button. Finally, Scott was back to normal and in good condition. Even though Tony rejected everyone's pleas, he felt guilty after seeing a pic with Spidey, so he decided to get inspired by Scott for some time travel. And he actually built a time machine. After some inner conflict, Tony cruised into Adventure Base. He arrived with a successful time device, ready for the ultimate adventure, which ended up rewriting his life story. Of course, he brought Captain America's shield, marking a peaceful resolution between the two. The next mission? Gather the squad. Rocket and Banner were off to Asgard to find the lost Thor. Thanks to a 5-year-old mistake, Thor turned into the Slasher King, living his life like he was on vacation. His day consisted of slamming beers and playing video games. Banner's plea was flat out ignored until Rocket mentioned beer. Someone asked, after Thanos' snap, which hero suffered most. Scott's trapped for 5 years, but Hawkeye lost his family. He became a wandering swordsman, not too well off, until Black Widow showed up and gave him a glimmer of hope. She told Hawkeye, "There's a chance to bring everyone back." Hawkeye, filled with hope, followed Black Widow to the Avengers base. Then Rhodes suddenly interjects, "Considering we possess the ability to travel through time, why not try to locate a younger Thanos?" But Banner's answer left him speechless, and Banner started the experiment, sending Hawkeye back before Thanos snapped. Hawkeye got excited to see his daughter, but ended up getting zapped back to reality. Thankfully, the experiment worked, but with limited Pym particles, everyone could only go back once. So they decided to split up. Each team would travel to different points in time to gather the 6 Infinity Stones. Let the plan begin. They landed in New York 2012, where the Avengers were battling to fend off the Chitauri invasion. Just as they were gearing up, Hulk from the past charged out. What a powerhouse he was. Seeing his past self, Banner thought, wow, what a blast from the past. It was hilarious and nostalgic. Banner was encouraged to smash things to find his footing like a blast from the past, flying at light speed. Tony quietly returned to Stark Tower. The Avengers captured Loki. Things were heating up. Tony flicked a finger, launching himself toward past Tony, reenacting a classic electricity moment from the Avengers. It all turned into chaos, with both sides grappling for the Space Stone, some in laughter, some in frowns. Upstairs, they found a familiar elevator scene, mistaking the present one for a Loki decoy. And just like that, without a second thought, they started brawling. It was indeed a mesmerizing spectacle. If it were that easy, how would you explain the box office success? Just a tad further out, they ran into their past selves and fought tooth and nail. They battled from hall to street, having learned life's lessons. Snagging the Mind Stone? It was a slow process. With the Space Stone in hand, the remaining Pym particles seemed just enough to get them back, yet all those shiny options left them puzzled. Then Tony hit his light bulb moment, a perfect plan for snagging the stones while replenishing the Pym particles. So, he sent Scott back with the scepter while he and Hawkeye would use the last of their particles to travel to New Jersey in 1970. Disguised, they sneaked into the base. Tony quickly found the Space Stone, but unexpectedly ran into an old friend. It was none other than Tony's dad, Howard. A reunion that had Tony feeling just a tad nervous. When they hugged, Tony was so taken aback he almost forgot to grab the stone. That cross-time chat filled Tony with emotion. It was years of regret wrapped up in one moment. Meanwhile, Banner cleverly got young Hank Pym on the line and snagged some Pym particles. But fate had a twist. As he wandered into Carter's office, getting lost in nostalgia like an old flame. but saving the vanished folks was the priority. Banner found the Sorcerer Supreme, but got slapped out of his own soul by the Ancient One. The Ancient One said, "Time flow from Infinity Stones. Let go, or face chaos." But Banner reassured her that he would indeed return it once the war was over. A flawless plan, wouldn't it be? The Ancient One finally understood and trusted that Doctor Strange had a plan, sending Banner's soul back inside. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.